Hello Craft Club over on Patreon. Yes, a little surprise, I made an extra video for you. I'm actually so excited that I think I might want to do this every month. Available for patrons only. The thing is, the content of this video is something that I want to do each and every month. You'll quickly see why. But the video, I'm not 100% sure yet. If I have no time, I might also pour this into the shape of a blog post instead of a video. But now that I do have time, here we are for a little extra video. Also, fun fact, I've already filmed the background footage for the second video. That is how excited I am. But obviously that video, the second video, is going to be next month, because there's going to be a monthly theme, and I would have to still film this little chatty part next month as well. So, long story short, hi all, I hope you're doing okay. Do not pay attention to my hair because I usually blow dry it, but because I'm not going out anyway and no one is going to see my hair, just decided to let it dry naturally, and now it is a big mess. But I am doing an extra video because I had an idea that I think you will really like as a Patreon reward. For now, this reward is available to each tier. It's called a tier, right? To each level, including the tip jar level, but I might change this to be only available to the second and third levels in the future, but we will see how that goes. It kind of depends on how much time I spend on making these videos and how much I enjoy it, of course, because for now I'm really enjoying it, so I'm just going to make it available to each and every level. Let me quickly explain to you what I'm going to do in this video so that we can go over to the actual footage as well. I will alternate between this chatty setup and the crafting footage. Anyway, what I'm going to do for these videos each and every month, to be uploaded at the beginning of each month, like I did now, is a Craft Club Challenge. Yay! Now, the Craft Club Challenge, you could see it as some sort of a prompt for you guys to work with in the upcoming month. Of course, you can work with it in the months that follow after as well. So the idea behind this, there's a couple of ideas behind this. I want to challenge you because for me personally, challenges work well because I go out of my comfort zone, I learn something new, I create something that I wouldn't have created if it weren't for the challenge. So the first one is obviously to help you grow in this creative process. The second thing that I also really like about this is that we can do it together. So I'm also going to use a hashtag on Instagram, which is going to be hashtag CraftClubChallenge. Super simple. If you want to participate in this and you have uploaded a picture to Instagram, use this hashtag so that everyone else in the Patreon can see it as well. So the community part is big in this. If you do not have Instagram, don't worry. Don't worry, what I want to do, I don't know yet how or in what form, but I also want to share the pictures that people have shared somehow. So either I will do that in a blog post, or I will put the pictures in from, let's say, April's pictures in May's video. I don't know yet. So if you do not have Instagram and you did participate, please send me the picture on my email account, which is ThePaperLetterBlog@gmail.com. So other than that, I don't know, I just think it's fun for us to think outside the box, and the community part in it is one of my favorite things about this challenge. How I'm going to shape this is all still very optional because I literally thought of this 24 hours ago. And then I started filming a video, and then I decided to go with another challenge for this month. So that is why I already have 2 videos, because I changed it last minute. I couldn't sleep last night. I came up with another idea that I wanted to do for this month instead. So I had less than 24 hours to film everything because I was hoping to upload it on April 1st. So I have not thought out the specifics yet. I just want to know, I just know the basics, long story short. And one important thing as well is that there are no rules. There are no rules. There's no winner. It's not a competition. There's no winner, there's no prize, there's no rules. So you could use this prompt or this challenge for an art journal, you could use it for a junk journal, a bullet journal, happy meal, a pen pal letter, an envelope, an art piece. You can use this for digital art. I don't know, I don't think that is going to work, but basically there's no rules. So use this anyway you want to use it. Do not see limitations, only see possibilities. This video also has, of course, a little, I wouldn't say tutorial, but a little project I made using the prompt. Like I said, I don't know if I can do this every month. It might also be a picture instead of a video next month or the month after. I will have to see how that goes. But for this month I made a video, and this month's prompt, this month's Craft Club challenge is, drumroll please, use magazine clip outs. So this could be pictures, this could also be newspaper clip outs, whatever you are working with. It is very broad, but magazine clip outs. I have a huge stack of Flow magazines that I have finished reading and that I still have to go through to take out all of the pretty pages. So I thought this would be the perfect challenge for now. I also think it's perfect because we are not allowed to leave the house, like we're all on lockdown, so we're gonna have to craft with what we've got, and many of us might have some magazines laying around. So that is why I thought magazines would be a good place to start with. So what you could use are background pages, pictures, drawings, illustrations, quotes. You could even cut out little letters that you use, but the possibilities are literally endless. Now, like I said, I have also created a project myself. Originally I planned to do something pen pal related because that is what my whole channel is about for around 90%, but then I thought something happened which I'm going to tell you about in a second. And I felt like I needed to deal with that in a creative way. So I ended up going with an art page instead. I was hoping to put it in a bullet or in one of the junk journals I have, but since the quote I ended up using was so large, I decided to put it in on a separate page instead. However, in the end, the quote wasn't that big, so it would have fit in one of the junk journals, but I really love how this page turned out to be. Now I'm gonna go over to voiceover footage, like microphone talking, because I think that will be easier, because I'm still talking while my video is probably already overlapping and I have no idea where we're at. So let's cut to that. I really hope you guys enjoy this. I am still going to talk. I do want to say that this is not a cult. Feel free to join if you want. If you do not want to join, that is totally fine. If you want to join only once, that is fine. If you want to join all of them, I would love to see that. If you want to join half of them, you know, like I said, this is not a cult. There is no pressure. I just thought it would be something fun to add to the Craft Club. More ideas coming soon. So there we go with the footage. You could already see that I picked a stack of pretty pictures and images and quotes from I think 2 or 3 of the Flow magazines I have left. I had no idea what I was going to make, which is like the best way to start, I think. So I just decided to grab a dozen pages that I thought I could use for something. Yeah, if you paid attention there, you can see that I accidentally glued the wrong page of the page the wrong side of the page. So instead of putting it on the right way, I just put it on upside down. I don't know, I thought that was fun as well, because the text, the words, they do not relate to this project anyway. I just wanted to add an extra layer. So I ended up going with, or wanting to go with, that quote that says, "Nothing is missing, you are already whole." And everything I'm using on this page is from Flow magazine. The only thing I'm going to add are some stamps and some mixed media. As you can see, I have some stencils, all that, but the rest is all from Flow magazine. So the blue page in the background is one of those divider pages that they use. I didn't like the front of the divider page, so initially I left it in the magazine, but then I felt like I needed a background, like something to collage on top of, so I ended up going with one of those pretty blue pages, and then obviously I'm sticking on that leaf with the little twinkly lights and other things as well. What I showed you just now, it went really quickly, but I don't think there's any use in slowing it down, is I'm using translucent stencil paste for this project. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below this video. I would love to answer them. This didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I really like translucent stencil paste because it really adds something special to your project, but what ended up happening is I think it was quite wet. Like, this is quite a wet medium, and this is of course very thin magazine paper, so a little bit of the color of the page around those little dots went away. I don't know how to explain it, but in the end it's fine. It looks quite nice. You cannot see the translucent dots from afar, but when the light reflects on it you can, and that is exactly what I wanted to achieve. Then the mixed media things I'm doing are obviously the stress oxides, and I wanted to... Ooh, I had to stop Sage from climbing onto my table there. I wanted to use some sprays. I have a Nouveau Tonic Studios mist, and then I have a rose gold mist as well. I wanted to spray the green one, but it's clogged or something, so I ended up making little drops instead. Now, last thing I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to go over to my story that I wanted to tell, and the reason why I was crafting in the first place. I'm cutting out the quote because I didn't like how much white there was still surrounding the letters, so at first I'm cutting it smaller, and then I am going to cut all of the words out individually, which I end up quite liking. So that's that. So my story is, I told you guys in another video over on YouTube a few times, I think, that I was going to start therapy again because I haven't been doing that great, although lately I have been doing better because I started medication as well. But the fact that a lot of my anxiety was back and a lot of bad days were happening, that made me decide to start therapy again. But today I got a call that my new therapist, or my soon-to-be therapist, discussed my case with my old therapist. They actually know each other because they used to work in for the same therapy company, basically, which is quite a coincidence. But they discussed my case. She already said that she was going to discuss this with my new therapist. Yeah, it's quite important. And they discussed my case, and then my old therapist said that it would be better for me to try and do this on my own for a while instead of going straight back to therapy, which I get it, but I'm also like, I feel like I've already been trying it for quite a while. Now, part of me is scared because I was doing so bad, and then it felt like I got a safety net, and now it feels like the safety net is gone again. But another part of me, I know that she's right. This is the way it normally goes. You're in group therapy for very long, and then you try it on your own for like a year, and then when you feel, you can ask for therapy again. But usually people don't feel like you're... She also said that she knew that I was much stronger after all of this. And I know that she's right, but it's just, And I'm not saying like it's not definite yet. I just emailed my old therapist to see what she says, and like it's all still a big question mark, which is fine. Like I can see it from both sides, so it's not like I'm sad or anything. It was just something that was on my mind and that is ongoing and that I really wanted to journal with or work with in any way. So this is not necessarily journaling, of course, this is just an art piece, but I felt that even though this quote doesn't necessarily like directly relate to this thing that is happening, I did find it matching. And I have to say that I quite enjoyed not necessarily putting my thoughts to paper, but working with emotions. Like, you guys cannot see it, but there's a lot of anxiety. It's a great outlet. This was a great outlet for me, and I've never really done it that way. I've been journaling a little bit to like do some memory keeping and all of that, but I had never experienced actually having an emotional outlet for something that I have no idea how I'm feeling about. So that is also why I was quite excited to share this with you, because I've learned a lot from it, and I'm hoping that it will give you some ideas as well. So this is already quite a long video. I do want to say that I didn't mean for it to be this long, and I do not mean for the monthly Patreon videos to be very long as well. Maybe they're long, but I don't want to add a lot of pressure on them. So I already filmed the one for next month, and that is a lot shorter. Like, it's a lot simpler project, and that is how I intended it to be, because I do not want to put like a whole tutorial online on how you can use the prompt. I want you guys to figure it out, and I want you to work with the inspiration you get and not necessarily my ideas. So my videos for now are very simple, and then what I'm also hoping to do is I'm hoping to, throughout the month, upload some more videos to my YouTube channel that in one way or another also use the prompt. I also filmed a video for that. I use the prompt in a very small way. I use a little magazine clip out, but I just want to show you how I work with it as well. So that's that. That was this month's Patreon video. Please let me know if you like it. Let me know, obviously, if you're going to use this idea. It's not an original idea, but if you're going to work with this challenge, don't forget to use the hashtag, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for being my patron, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.